Real Talk Spectrum community, let's talk. I want to talk about what you do when you feel stress, anxiety, depression, anger, or if you're spiritually inclined, your vibration is low. Do you shut down and stay in a low frequency for the rest of the day? I've done that. I've done that as early as 10 a.m. while there's still several hours left of the day to be productive. I choose to, sometimes I have chosen to leverage distractions instead, or things that kill time. I tell myself that, the day is done. I'm defeated. I'm going to try again tomorrow. Start over again. This happened to me just last month, June. And I went through all of some of my typical options. Take a walk. And I thought, well, if I take a walk, I'm just going to be thinking about what has me triggered the whole time I'm walking. And then I was thinking, okay, I can play a video game. Could be good or bad based on how the game is going itself. But also it's just a temporary thing. Could go to the gym, work out. Sure, can burn some calories. May feel great, may not, depending on the type of energy I'm bringing into the gym. It's a temporary distraction still. Or I could sleep it off. If it's earlier in the day, I could take a nap. If it's at nighttime or closer to the evening, I could just choose to, all right, this day is over. I'm gonna sleep it off and just hope that I'm in a different mindset. I'm in a better mood when I wake up in the morning. Sometimes these may work, but what do you do when they don't? So when this happened to me last month, I came to the realization that I could put my mind just about anywhere else to distract it. But the reality is that it's not where the mind is, it's where the energy is, it's where your frequency is. And until you change that, whatever it is that has you triggered is going to continue to eat away at you. So I encourage the community to try to shift into a creative mindset, a creative energy space when you're feeling like this. And you may say, okay, how do I do this? My suggestion is to do something that you actually want to do. Something you feel positive about, something you feel passionate about. And I believe that will help you change the energy. At least it worked that way for me. It's just like a toddler who may be fixated on something that they really want, can have, etc. You redirect them. So now you just have to redirect yourself. Or redirect yourself away from the things that you may typically do. Right? The walking, the exercise, swimming, boxing, go dancing, whatever it is that you like to do. If it's not putting you into a creative energy, a creator energy, you're probably going to stay in that lower vibration, that lower frequency. It's just not going to change until you make that shift energetically. And so if you're what does that look like? So if you're into arts and crafts, then build something, make a painting. If you're into music, make a song, make a beat, write some lyrics. If you are or aspire to be a content creator, make some content, put it out. If you're a software developer, develop an application or a game. If you're an athlete, learn a new skill and implement that into your game. Some of you may say, well, one way or another, you might have to deal with the situation that triggered you. I 100% agree with that. That said, depending on what kind of situation it is, your creativity might make it possible to handle that situation by not having to deal with it any longer. For example, it could be a job situation where perhaps a certain arrangement, a certain project, a team, a group of people, or just a certain person, right? A manager could be triggering you. And maybe by this point, you've already been contemplating getting your own business off the ground, and you feel that everything you're doing and dealing with is just in the way. I believe that in that type of situation, that shifting to the creative energy could accelerate or cement your plans to move out. Some of you may also say there's nothing wrong with using any of the approaches that I've mentioned above to get your mind to a different place. I 100% agree with you there too as well. All of those things can be great for you, but when you do them and why you do them matters. If it's to kill time or to distract your mind from something else, then I don't think it'll help the way you think it can or will. These are called outlets sometimes, especially working out. And me personally, for years, working out would be the go-to for pressure relief or to blow off some steam. There has been times though where if I carried a heavy negative energy into the gym, into the workout, it completely threw me off. Throw off my motivation for the workout, and you're not giving it the effort that you typically would, because you're just sitting there festering and stewing over, again, while you're working out and maybe in between sets or whatever, again, what has you triggered. And at its worst for me, I can warm up and go to my first or second exercise of the day, do a set, and then just sit there and just think about it, and then be like, all right, I'm out. Like, I'm so flustered. This has me so triggered, so bothered, that I can't even focus on this. That has happened sometimes. So those things may or may not help. So again, it's about realizing that it's not about necessarily where your mind is. It's about where your energy is. So I'm just sharing something that I feel that worked for me. when this happened last month, the situation that had me triggered was still there. Like even after I shifted into the creative energy space. But the difference was from me being in that space, it made me focus on the things that I wanted and the things that I needed to do to get what I wanted, instead of focusing on the things that I didn't like about the situation that I was in. And so that was a lot more relieving than anything else that I had that I typically do. It gives you motivation to just start or finish something that you've been meaning to do anyway. Something that you likely haven't done because you're spending time on something that you don't enjoy, or perhaps you used to enjoy but no longer do, and now it's just in the way. So curious to hear what the community thinks about this topic, and I would love to hear what works for you all. That is it for an authentic edition of Real Talk Spectrum for today. Thank you all for listening.